playfield back down now, and I've given it a temporary coat of wax. It had been treated before I stripped it with mill wax, silicone, not silicone spray as I said in an earlier video. So that came off, and subsequent to the retouching and cleaning, ordinary wax so that I can play it. There are one or two places I'd like to revisit the retouching at some point, but not for now. I'm now working on the coin door mechanism. I've given a brief clean to these two plastic covers initially, just put them back on pro tem, and managed to remove it from the coin door skin, despite being some really tough screws rusted in. But with the help of the plus gas and exactly the right screwdriver, Phillips number 2, managed to get that off. Now you'll see on here 2 slots active, 5p, and the other one 2 shilling piece. So mixed currency there. 2 shilling piece is original, 1968 before decimalisation. 5p is the decimal equivalent of a shilling. So after decimalisation you could put your 5p, or indeed your old shilling, in there for one game, or you could put your new 10p, or indeed, as it says, your 2 shilling piece in there for 2 games. And it's not too bad, the door skin. Obviously needs a good polish. Rusty hinge, dirt where you would expect it, and the mechanism, well, the slam switch, I'll probably file that dirt off and put it back. It doesn't really do anything, of course, now, the slam switch, but good to have one on there, I suppose, if it's original. And otherwise not too bad, just general grime and rusty sections. Over here a fair bit of corrosion there. I have to clean that off, so this will slowly come apart and be cleaned up. I think I'll get rid of that, put something more suitable on. This label had to come off, it was on there. I think I'll scan it, make a replica and stick it back on. What I'm not sure about is on the actual door itself. This label and this label, are they past saving? I'm gradually scraping off the muck from the back of the door, ready to put the mechanism frame back on, but decision time now. Another light clean required here before that goes back. There's a little coil there. I think something to do with the eject mechanism for the coins. I can't remember now, I've read it somewhere. Having taken these out, I've discovered that this one, of course, is just a sticky vinyl sticker, and this one, 2 shilling piece, is actually been sprayed over black apparently on the back. No light goes through there. Anyway, obviously got to do something about those. Keep the 2 shilling piece one, clean that up, and make a matching one that would have said 1 shilling. Started cleaning the coin slot arrangement inside. That's now cleaned up, put back temporarily. So when I removed the vinyl 5p sticker, the original plastic was of course still there, but sixpence in old money, not a shilling. So there had been at some point a 100% price hike overnight from sixpence old money, which is 2.5p, the equivalent, And then the other one, 2 shilling piece, would have given at least 4 games at the old price, but that's been blacked out above. So there we are, looking shinier now. Well, with the glue gone, it's coming off, this one. No problem at all. And they're off. Not totally complete. Where there was some corrosion, I've lost bits. There was already a hole in the middle of that one. And obviously they can't be used again, but maybe this one in particular, if I can't find an online version, I could scan that, recreate it. Nice to get that back on in some form. Back of the door skin's now cleaned. So now to pop this back on. So that's all together now and ready to go back. Mechanism's better, but still some work to do in there. So the door will have to come off again at some point, but most of the muck has gone. Well, that's back on, clean and shiny. 2 new light bulbs. And the lockdown bar receiver. Also pretty good, much better than it was. A few weeks ago, after I'd taken out the playfield, did what I wanted to do and put the playfield back, I had a problem. The machine seemed to be stuck on tilt, it wouldn't restart. Lots of things missing from the playfield not working, so it was a bit of a mystery at first, but I found a switch that was open, that should have been open, closed, on the main relay bank. That didn't do much, so I called David, of David and Chris, who I bought the machine from something like a year earlier, and he very kindly encouraged me to continue and try and sort out the problem, and if I didn't get there in the end, that him or Chris would definitely get involved and see that we got the thing working again. So with that encouragement in the background, I did go back, and first of all I found a broken wire on the large coil that operates the arm to the relay bank. The relay bank is actually fitted underneath the playfield on this machine, on the back of the playfield. So that was soldered back. Then I discovered that the problem I'd found with the switch, there was a problem with the switch next to it as well. So I think I must have stuck my thumb in there or something while I was moving the playfield when it was off, and messed up a couple of the leaf switches. So that was then adjusted. So with the help of the schematic, or circuit diagram as we call it here in Britain, and especially actually the instruction manual, which was very useful, found the relay bank problems there, and both of these photocopies came with the machine. Again, thanks David and Chris. Started to get a result, but everything was chattering on the playfield, and the #1 score was going round and round, and that was just 2 of the slingshot kicker mechanisms. The switches were too close because I'd put new rubbers on and they'd tightened up the whole thing, and I needed to open out the switches a little. After that, no problems, so it's fully working again, despite the fact that I managed to cause all that carnage just by taking out the playfield and putting it back. But many thanks to David and Chris for being there had I needed them.